Hey guys, DK12 again. Today I want to show you how to hook up a radio system. What we have here is a Panasonic stereo which has a CD player in it. And this set came with these two speakers. And it also came with a remote. Now to hook up wires for the speakers, you need some wires like this. You peel them apart, and then you just take some wire cutters and cut off extra plastic, and then you twist these up. And then in the back of the radio, there's these two openings right here, and then there's these small holes that they go into. And notice that there's a black and red. The black always goes in the black and the red always goes in the red. And then what else you will need is this. This is the AM antenna, and this is the FM antenna. And it has two sets of audio cables. Now we'll show you how the mechanism of how it works. First thing what you're going to want to do, take this and then take the power cord and then make sure it plugs in like that. And then there's an outlet back there I can get into. Once you plug it in, now turn it on to make sure it works. Yep, it works. And now here's what you do. You take two speakers that it came with, and then you just open these, and then you make sure that the black goes in there and that the red goes in the red. And then you make sure they're plugged in like that. And then for the AM cable, you just plug them into the top one, which the top is for the AM section. It doesn't matter which goes in which. Yeah, most people don't really listen to AM that much. AM basically just has talking and lots of news things and stuff like that. And then you will need to hook in the FM antenna. And then what you do is you plug it in. Can't remember which it plugs into. I think it's the bottom. And then next thing you do, you grab the other speaker. And then you just do the same thing like you did before. Make sure they're not in all the way. Make sure they're not shoved in too far, because then the sound won't work quite right. They've got to be in and out a little bit. Okay. Now what we'll do, turn that around, and then shove all the cords in the back so you don't see them. Now, if I plug the FM antenna in the wrong spot, we'll redo that. Okay, let's just turn that down a little. Now let's go to Turner. Yep, and that's how you hook up the speakers. And then you can hit these select buttons to find a radio station.
5 yards to go. Lazaro pulls it again and gets knocked into.
Alright, now let's switch it to CD mode. And let's see if this works. I just got a CD here. This is Stone Temple Pilots Core. So you just pop it in there. And then you never push down on this thing while it's open because that could break it. To close it, you always press the open and close button. And then it shows you how many tracks are on there. Hear that? Alright, it works. Then we got a few things on the remote. This is what it looks like. You've also got a mute button on here. And then you've also got a bass button to turn up the bass. Yeah, the bass goes up to 5. And there's a turbo that also goes up to 5. You can't have... Well, you're not supposed to... Well, you can have both of them up at the same time, but it's not the best. Doesn't sound too good. Gotta have one up and one halfway up. And then, alright, let's switch to the AM mode.
This is not just going to be, something
now let's see. Got a couple stations on here. Yeah, these stations on AM aren't really good.
It makes the heart grow fonder of the child you aborted, but the point is it is just a terrible thing for these girls.
Alright, it works. And just to let you guys know, there's an aux mode. What you can do is, I think you can hook up a cassette tape player to it, or a record player that's made for a stereo like this. You can also hook it up to a TV so the sound comes from your TV. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.